We see the role of ArtSG as connecting Southeast Asia with the rest of the world. We want to bring leading international galleries showcasing artwork from across Asia and from around the world to Singapore to introduce them to the rapidly developing audience within Southeast Asia. It's really time for art from Southeast Asia to get the attention that it deserves.
Singapore is such an interesting concept as it brings together 5 different regions, and it brings them together that enables them to have their own cultural identity but also represent as a unity as well.
Well, I think my time at ArtSG was probably the most fun I've had in Singapore. I think the country comes to life when ArtSG and Art Weeks is going on because you have everyone coming in. You have all the parties, it's good to meet people. I think Singapore has grown exponentially within a short history and making itself a hub for investment, innovation, and obviously art and culture.
Art lovers, collectors, and enthusiasts will discover some of the best contemporary art from Singapore, Southeast Asia, and beyond.
I love the food in Singapore. I love going to the hawker markets. I love going to fantastic omakase restaurants with collectors. I love the weather here. I love the green spaces. I love the whole environment. It's very special, and also working here has been very easy, and I definitely like that as well.
Singapore is unique in the breadth of its psychological catchment area. It serves a hinterland of 650 million people from across Southeast Asia, so it's also been historically the traditional stop-off route on the maritime Silk Road between India and China.
我觉得新加坡是比原来更时尚，更艺术化，也是更多元一点。特别是中国国内大陆的更多的人来到新加坡，使到新加坡的新的活力更多的产生。因为很多来到新加坡，很多都是在中国国内都是很好的企业家，或者是比较国际化的人，他来到这里的话，他使到他新加坡的整个气氛以及生活创作活力创意，我觉得会更多。我觉得这个是很重要。
My view of the cultural scene in Singapore is that there's a lot to be discovered. This year, the exhibition at the National Gallery of Singapore was enlightening. I felt very honored to be lucky enough to see it.
For an art fair to thrive, you really need all the buzz so that there's a reason for people to come. Singapore seems to have made a special effort to make everything come together.
The exhibit at Gilman Barracks was this year unbelievable. It's like an onion being peeled. The more you're here, the more you learn.
I've been to other art fairs and some of them literally move the same artworks from one fair to the other. Imagination involves in art fairs as well, and I come here and I see new things, I see new artists, emerging artists, unknown artists, as well as established artists. I think this is a very, very learning experience.
The collectors here at ArtSG specifically come from a lot of different places: Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Indonesia.
We are growing our collector base here, and there's a collector base in Singapore that I think is also learning from the good curators and collectors and dealers here and benefiting because of ArtSG.
Imagine entering an art fair in Singapore and seeing the variety, the depth and breadth of art that's being shown. It's a mind-boggling experience. These people will say, oh my gosh, I never even knew these things existed. We definitely need ArtSG to succeed. We want to make sure that this thing continues and becomes stronger and stronger every year.